41. Procedure for drafting. Draft is not required to be prepared in straightforward cases or those for which standard forms of communication exist. 42. General instructions for drafting. A draft shall be clear and concise. E. The number and date of the last communication in the series, and if this is not from the addressee, his last communication on the subject, shall always be referred to. Where it is necessary to refer to more than one communication or a series of communications, this shall be done on the margin of the draft. When two or more communications are to issue from the same file on the same date, a separate serial number may be inserted before the numeral identifying the year to avoid confusion in reference, e.g., A 11,011 fifths I 2001 est, A 11,011 fifths to 2001 est. E. The name, designation, telephone number, fax number and email wherever applicable of the officer signing the communication shall be indicated in the communication. 43. Authentication of government orders. Ministry of Home Affairs. All orders and other instruments made and executed in the name of the President shall be expressed to be made in his name and signed by an officer having regular or ex officio secretariat status of and above the rank of Under Secretary, or other specifically authorized to authenticate such orders under the Authentication Orders and Other Instruments Rules, 2002 as amended from time to time. E. Where the power to issue orders, notifications, etc., is conferred by a statute of the Government of India, such orders and notifications will be expressed to be made in the name of the Government of India. 3444. Addressing communications to officers by name. Normally no communication, other than that of a classified nature or a demi-official letter, shall be addressed or marked to an officer by name, unless it is intended that the matter raised therein shall receive his personal attention either because of its special nature, urgency or importance, or because some ground has already been covered by personal discussions with him and he would be in a better position to deal with it. Chapter 8 File Numbering System. 45. File Numbering System. Normally, no file is held up and filing with receipts of routine nature. The following two file numbering systems may be used. I. Functional File Numbering System. I. The range of operations. E. Scope of business of a department is analyzed in the four hierarchical divisions, and the following four standard lists of headings are prepared. A. Functional heads, which may be called basic heads. B. Activity heads, which may be called primary heads, as related to each functional head. C. Aspect or operation heads, which may be called secondary heads, as related to activity heads. And D. Factor heads, which may be called tertiary heads, as related to operation heads. E. Based in the above list of heads, a functional file index for various substantive subjects dealt with by department together with an identifying file numbering system is then developed. IV. For opening files and subjects which recommend all ministries, departments, e.g. matters relating to establishment, finance, budget, accounts, Office 36 supplies and services, and the housekeeping jobs, Hindi, vigilance, parliament, questions, etc. The common standardized functional file index file numbering system, as contained in the booklet, Record Retention Schedule, in respect of records common to all ministries, department issued by the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances in 2012, uploaded on the website www.drpg.gov.in as amended from time to time. 2. 3. I shall be followed. Subject classification. Based file numbering system. Each section desk will maintain approved lists to be reviewed every year of SAD phase. Standard head C. A. Main subjects headings concerning E. B. Standard subhead C. A. Aspects of the main subject headings. The standard heads will be consecutive serial numbers. No such numbers, however, will be located per standard subheads. The delinquent will ascertain the standard type in the consideration relates and then propose suitable title subject to review by the senior officers as far as possible. There should be separate file for each distinct aspect of the subject. If the issue is then the fresh receipt or antinoti in a current file goes beyond theory general scope, a new file may be obtained to deal with it by placing photocopies of relevant extracts. The first 3 minutes in day. File number will be separated from another by a slant stroke until S to be a dash. Thus, the file subpoenaed in say, Scientific Research section during 2009 in the The standard head bearing serial number 3 will be numbered consecutively as the 3rd of January 2008 SR, the 3rd of January 2009 SR etc. And soon, where SR represents the section, part file of the main file on a subject is not likely to be available for some time and it is necessary to process a fresh receipt or a note without waiting for its return. A part file may be penned to deal with it, where 2 or more part files are obtained, each will be identified by a distinct number, e.g. part file E, part file A or part file A, part file B, and soon, once the main file returns, part files will be with it, after removing duplicate papers if any. 37E. In a computerized environment, appropriate entry will be made in the computer, so that easy track and is facilitated for the purpose of merging of the part file with the main file. IV. An equi file number. On a computer environment, on equi file number will also be generated automatically in the NAV file is obtained. The files which are entered in the system will be automatically traceable when any of the following parameters SAD phase, i.e. IV 46, no of the file, Date of opening of the file, as many catchwords as possible from out of the subject in the file. Anya the parameter is at a discretion of the department concerned. Transfer, reconstruction and number and affiliation whenever work is transferred from one department section to another. The form is how transfer all the related records including file both current and closed to the latter. In case of transfer of files from one department to the other, a list will be prepared and approval of the head of the department taken. The department section taken over the records will not divide, reclassify a number the closed file is transferred to. In the case of current files, the never should be to close the material list possible stage and open your files. A files according to the department S section. Sound scheme for dealing with the matter further. A paper-based file will be reconstructed if it is misplaced. The copies of the various correspondence will be obtained from the corresponding department and papers will be arranged in chronological order and a new duplicate file prepared. A self-contained note will be prepared based on the correspondences. Point 47. Movement of files. Movement of files all be entered in the file movement register and the format of decided by the department concerned for departmental instructions. This is also based on 30 electronic based file tracking system. Point 38. Chapter XRECORDSMANAGEMENT 48.